All right, you're good to go.
All right,
Cool.
perfect. All right. Oh, fun here. I'm going to I'll go share my video. I'm all ready to go, Liz. All right.
Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining today. Today is July 16th. I can't believe it already. It's mid-July, Liz. And welcome to another edition of the Pipeliner Readiness Webinar Series. Woo. So my name is Todd Martin. I'm coming for you from just a little bit north of Miami, Florida. And Liz Young is coming to you right outside of London in the UK. So Liz, good
Hello.
morning or good afternoon, everybody. And
Hello, hello.
it should be an exciting one. I know this is Liz's favorite topic here, so
Oh,
that's why.
yeah.
The title, which was really a mouthful, and I wasn't really sure what I was thinking, was Units, Users, and Roles for Fields, Forms, and Security. So, like,
It's a
what does
tongue
that
twister.
mean? Right? But, it's such a mouthful, but really, I really just wanted to make sure that when we kind of just quickly look at the agenda is really, the use case for today, Liz, was, I called it reducing the noise.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that made a lot of sense, but what the point of it is because I hear this a lot, is that, when I'm talking to like heads of companies or heads of sales, they'll tell me like, what we really want is just we just want to keep it really simple for the salesperson,
Yep.
and sometimes it's not really necessary for everybody to see everything all the time. Right?
Yeah.
And so part of that, I call it the noise reduction, because sometimes I just want to see the stuff I need to do, right? Have it all right there. And if it's someone else's stuff, don't even let me touch it. I don't want to mess anything up too. So, so hopefully, Liz, you'll be able to kind of take us through your story about user roles and how they kind of pertain to fields and forms, and
Yep.
and then the security behind it. So I think it'll be great. And the special bonus today is about using icons in manual automatizer processes. So don't miss that. But Liz, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'll let you start sharing. But it's so everybody knows on the call, we're trying something here that's a little bit difficult in a way, okay?
Yeah.
Because and it's hard, Liz, 'cause I know you've done so many videos, but the hard part is kind of like showing something you do and then kind of like popping over and see what it's going to look like for the user instantly.
Exactly. And
Okay, so
that's
so
what we're
what's
going
the
to
best
try
way,
and get
Liz?
over.
Maybe you do something and we switch it back to me. Does that sound
Mm-hmm.
like a good idea? Okay.
Yep, that's the way to do it. Everyone hold on, because there may be little delays, but we've done a lot on how to do all of this stuff.
Yeah.
So if I go to the help desk, hopefully everybody's familiar with help.pipelinersales.com. Here we go in this collection of articles for getting started for admins. Here we go. We've got our getting started with users, units, and roles. Yeah. So
So
this
Liz,
is all how
if
to.
someone's like the first time getting started with Pipeline, or maybe they're an admin, or maybe they're a sales manager trying to learn more about like reducing the noise, should they go here first?
It depends on how you learn, because we all
Okay.
learn in different ways, though, don't we?
Good
So
point. Good
we
point.
try really hard to accommodate that. So we've got the written word. I learn mostly actually from like the written word, which is good since I write all this stuff.
Yep.
Where you click through and literally it's step by step by step. Okay, but there are a lot of people who are visual learners. Yeah, and that's where the Academy videos come in. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is on YouTube. Search Pipeliner CRM. This is our
Mm-hmm.
Academy playlist, and here we go. Creating new units, users, and roles. Okay. So all the basics of the how-tos are all covered already. But yeah, as we were chatting about, it can be, you can describe these things, but it's just really useful to be able to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See it straight away. And that's what we're hopefully going to do together today.
All right. All right.
Okay, so we've got our system here. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm the admin, and you're, well, not the admin today.
Okay. Story of my life.
so, so I'm set up as the sort of user who can see everything, which obviously,
Okay.
generally your admins are going to be, because they need to see, what's going on. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so when I'm in the opportunities area here, I am going to be using the all users profile. So show me all users opportunities. I'm seeing 36 right here. Okay. and that's based on my user role.
Okay.
How many are you seeing, Todd?
I see a lot less.
So if you share your screen and show us what you're seeing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just see a few.
Yeah. So same system, same menu, opportunities menu, same profile in the top. You know, you're looking at all users. We are looking at exactly the same setup here. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing different,
Oh.
but you're seeing different things from me. Okay.
Okay.
And that's how these role things that we're going to be chatting about today work. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're about what
I'll stop
users,
sharing too and let you take
yeah,
over.
what users get to see
Okay.
when they're in the system. Okay. So here is the admin module. To get into the admin module, just a quick reminder, app switcher, administration, only users who are based on an admin role are going to see that. Users
Okay.
who aren't, just going to see CRM application. And we're playing in the units, users, and roles area here. Okay.
Okay.
So first thing here is user roles. And here is the role that you're currently based on. Yeah, this one called standard user. And I'm going to stick on the standard user and admin roles because all of our customers are going to see those roles. If you're an enterprise customer, you can create any number of custom roles as well. Business, you can edit these two roles here. Yeah, so let's have a look at that standard user role and see what it is about that setup that's driving the fact that I get to see 36 opportunities and you are not seeing 36 opportunities, even though we're looking at the exact same screen. Yeah.
Okay.
So all I'm clicking on is edit role. I can call it whatever I like. And we're here on the entities tab. Yeah. And I'm just going to scroll down to the opportunities bit, but you need to know, okay, that all of these work the same way. So they're all dealt with in exactly the same way. And all of these areas refer to is what is a user based on this role going to see when they click on the particular menu, the accounts menu, for example, or the contacts menu, or the leads menu, or the opportunities menu, yeah, which we
Okay.
were just looking at. Okay, so first thing is, what are they going to see? And the next thing is, well, if they can see it, what can they do to it? Can they change it? Can they not change it? And in a nutshell, that's what this bit's all about. Yeah. So at the moment, you're only seeing your own opportunities. Okay, and that's because of this setting here. So it doesn't matter whether you choose the all users profile, the only user you've got the rights to see right now is yourself.
Okay. I
So it
gotcha.
doesn't matter what you click on. Yeah, you're only going to see your own opportunities. But if you were to go to the accounts area, you'd be seeing accounts that belong to other people and contacts that belong to other people. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a change here.
Okay.
I'm just going to update that and save it so you can swap and then go back in. Okay. So what I'm saying here now is that you're not restricted only to seeing those opportunities that actually belong to you, where your name is in the owner field, but you get to see opportunities based on the sales unit that they belong to. Yeah. So not the owner that they belong to, the sales unit. Okay. So I'm going to save that. So the next thing that's really important there is about sales units. Sales units live here in the units tab. It's all about your company structure. This one's set up, sort of like sales territories. Okay. And you can assign different users to different areas. Yeah. So sales unit, sales territories, geography, teams, departments, companies, if you've got, subsidiary companies, all sorts of things. Yeah, can be represented by sales units. This one's sort of set up along the lines of sales territory. Okay. So let's have a look at you. I go here to users and I find you.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah, here you are. Avatar, everything, nice to see. Okay, so you're based on this standard user role. We
Okay.
already know that, what that effect that has when you're looking at opportunities. But now we need to know which of those sales units we just saw do you belong to? Because you're only going to be able to see those records right now. Yeah. So if I go down here, you belong to all of these, you belong to, oh, hang on. Here we go. Some units that you don't belong to.
Mm.
Okay, so that means that if there are opportunities that belong in this unit here, this business area, this sales territory, you don't get to see those. But if they belong in any of these others, you do.
Gotcha.
So let's have a look at your screen and see what that actually looks like.
Okay, let me go ahead here and switch on over. This is the dynamic switching we talked about before. Okay.
Because the
So let
thing
me,
is, it's like, I work with a lot of admins on this stuff,
uh-huh.
okay? And it's all very well trying to explain it, and we spend a lot of time on it, but it's difficult to be able to do this swapping and changing, which is why it's
Mm-hmm.
just so useful to be able to do
Exactly.
this. Yeah. So you can see here, you can see a bunch more. You're still not
Yeah.
seeing 36.
Yeah, I see 29 now.
Yeah, but you're up to 29. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm getting more access.
getting more access.
Now let's go
Absolutely.
back to the value there. Okay, so why would this be valuable for a sales manager or the admin at a company? What's the value by limiting like what I could see? Because right now, I mean, I guess I don't need to look at them, right? It's not really.
It just depends, really, doesn't it? Because you've still got that slice and dice. So,
Yeah.
what we're doing now is we're playing in the area where you find it useful to share information across areas of your business, sales territories, departments, teams, for example. Yeah.
Okay.
That it's useful for people to have some visibility of that, right?
Okay, I gotcha.
But
So if I was to go in here
yeah.
and maybe like the sales unit like you described, right, was
Mm-hmm.
based on like North America, I
Yep.
want to see that because I'm like in the North America region,
Yep.
even though, and you gave me access to this to John's record, right? So you gave me that permission, but I probably don't even need to see the ones for Europe because I don't even deal with Europe. It's just
Exactly.
okay.
And more
So
than that, you can see it, but you can't change it.
yeah, what happened there? You
Yeah.
blocked me? I can't mess anything up. It's like it's a
Exactly.
joy, right? I
Yeah.
like that.
So you can't mess up John's record, but
Okay.
what you do get is the overview of business in the area. You know the companies that you've
Oh,
got
I see.
opportunities for, but those records are protected. John's the only one who can change the details
I
of his
gotcha.
record. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see it like I know of like I think I have a new lead, and then I look and I could say, oh, for
Yeah.
Bruin North American, you say John could be like, no, it's in there.
Yeah.
Don't
I've got
don't
it.
even try, right?
Yeah. Don't do it. And
Okay,
no,
okay.
you can't pinch it either. Yeah.
Okay. Not that any salesperson would ever do
No.
that. Come on.
No. Of
So I'll
course
stop
not.
sharing, let you take back over. Meanwhile, John's answering all the questions and answers in the chat here. Thank you, John. So
Thank you,
once again, if you
John.
have any questions, type them in there along the way. We'll make sure we get to them on the Q&A portion. So happy to help with that.
Okay. So what else people need to know about? Yeah. So questions that we get asked quite a lot, and sort of setup and things like that, is we can go to the role and we can change it so that down here we can increase your rights. Yes, we've just seen that you can't change John's opportunity, but you can change your own. Okay, I'm going to change that now and save. So if you refresh, okay, and then just very quickly, if I stop sharing and you share again and you open that same opportunity.
Okay. Nope, I think I just refreshed. Okay, that Bruin one you want me to open
Yep,
up?
the exact
Okay.
same one.
Okay, see if Skype can or Zoom can keep up with us. Okay, we're going.
There we go.
Oh, look.
Yeah, so now,
Ah, I can take, I can edit some
exactly.
things. Okay.
So
So
I
I'd be able
gave
to
you
go in
right
and say,
access.
oh,
Yeah, change it.
okay. Oh,
So
perfect.
of course, every business has somewhere on that whole matrix that works best for them, that they feel most comfortable with. There's no
Mm,
right or wrong answer for this. And that's the thing. Pipeline is just so flexible in terms of how you can set this up, that the only right answer is the one that works for each individual organization. Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah.
But
This is,
notice one thing about that Bruin.
whoop, I stopped sharing. Let me
Yeah, you share
reshare. Sorry.
again.
My bad. I did too quick.
So
Back to Bruin. Okay.
you could change it. Yes, you could work on it with John. and you could update the closing date and things like that. Yeah.
Right.
But in the owner field where it says John, there is nothing that you can do about that. So you
Oh.
can't take his opportunity. You can't take it for yourself.
What? Wait a
Uh-huh.
minute here. I want to. I want to.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So you can't take it and you can't give it to anybody else. John could. John could give it to you if he was so minded. Good luck with that.
Oh, I gotcha.
But you can't take it from somebody, okay? Because you need extra rights in order to do that, which of course makes sense, because when you're managing opportunities and everything like that, the ability to hand over those opportunities to different people is just not something generally that lots of people would need to be doing.
Yeah,
And it
never.
is
Yeah.
definitely restricted. Yeah.
Well,
So
also, I like it, Liz, because I can like involve different, not only different salespeople, but almost like different sales departments. Because we have like, at some companies you have like the pre-sales, you have the post-sales, you have other people involved in helping out, and I want them to be able to get in there and like work on it and like update certain fields, but just to do like that their portion,
yeah,
right? But and then I guess we could really control what portion they could work on based upon their department or the role that they're in.
exactly right.
Ah, it's all coming together now, Liz. All righty.
Okay, cool. So let me show you that last bit. Yeah, because
Okay, I'll
again,
stop.
just things that people ask quite a lot. Yeah. So why can my user not change the owner of records? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Common question. Okay. And that's because even though in your role you might have said they can change records, ownership is above that, above this standard. We just saw that. Okay. But in
Gotcha.
order for you to be able to change that ownership,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be at a higher level of access. And that higher level of access is what's called manager. Yeah. So
Mm,
if I set you at this manager level here in North America, any opportunity in North America, you'd be able to open it up, you'd be able to change anything about it. And if it belonged to John, you'd now be able to take it. And you'd be able to set yourself as the owner, or you'd be able to give it to somebody else. Okay.
oh, this is fantastic. So, like a sales manager maybe has, 6 or 8 people that she manages would be able to kind of take it from one person, give it to another for
Give it to
whatever
another.
reason they see. Ah,
Absolutely.
okay, okay. So they have like a little minor override.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay,
And that's
nice.
exactly it. Yeah. And for you here, only for North America. Yeah, you could not do the same in any of these others. So you might see other people's territories, but you can't manage who things belong to in that territory. And as I
Oh,
said, we've looked at
gotcha.
opportunities, but it's the same for everything. So you could, you might apply that on leads. In general, people make accounts and contacts more visible than leads or opportunities. But as I said, there's no right or wrong answer to any of it, really. It's just knowing how it works and being able to see the effect of it, I think, really
Mm.
sort of brings it to life.
So what would you say, like if someone has a current setup right now, right? Current customer, right? They have maybe just everyone as the default, because I've seen it before. Everyone has as default either standard user or standard in admin, right? Do you think like a good first step would be maybe creating a role for maybe the team that maybe enter like a salesperson or
Yes.
like kind of by title where they have more than one person doing that same role?
Yeah. Yeah,
Gotcha.
definitely.
Okay. Okay. And
Um,
then you kind of go through and you can kind of pick like, okay, they have access, but this role normally has access to this sales unit, to this field, all that. It kind of
all
rolls
that.
all together, right? Okay.
Yeah. And
Almost
it's
like if they have standard user, we almost need them to say, okay, oh, you've already, oh, look, see, you've already done it. You
yeah.
got one for salesperson. Oh, you're so good.
We got one here. Yeah.
So then they make the salesperson one and they can kind of get in there and then see the users that are in there and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Because it's not just about who gets to see what, of course. That's a really big element of it. That's where the security comes in. But of course, there are other things embedded in this role. So if we go to features, for example, the areas of the system that users can see, and then the things that can really impact. So exporting data or importing data, because you don't want that going wrong. and then, bulk updating and so on and so forth. So this is where you might want to give access to some users and not to others, based on their role. So this is where the ability to have those custom roles really kicks in. And, equally, just because somebody's the CEO doesn't mean they necessarily need access to the admin area. Yeah, they might need to see everything in Pipeliner, but you probably don't want them messing with your custom fields, for example. So there's every possible slice and dice of who gets to see what, who gets to access what is available. But as long as you just understand the fundamentals of what these things mean and the effect that it has when you swap from being one type of user to a user based on another role, then hopefully it all just falls into place.
Wait, we got to go back and look at something here because it was so cool what you said. Okay, so let me just, because it's so really nice. So I could make like a role for like, I don't know, maybe my, the sales manager, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I only have one, but maybe I have multiple of them. But then with that, I can give them access not only to different records and be able to kind of change who owns it, but I can give them like access to this part right here, the admin part, and maybe just one piece of it.
Yeah. So I'm just
Oh,
going to
that
copy
makes it
that
nice.
role.
Cause like always, like, cause people ask me all the time, like, hey, I just need to be able to take care of like the product area, right? Or just changing currencies based upon our quarterly thing. I can just change based on the role then on the admin panel as well.
On the admin panel as well as everywhere else.
So that really gets away from the quote unquote admin. You can almost spread that out.
Yeah.
So once again, you don't have to have a full-time admin with Pipeliner. It's just
never.
based upon your normal roles, you can do it. Oh, this is fabulous. This is a lot. This is really deep.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. As I said, it's just, just the reality of it that we're able to show today just, brings it to life, I think. So, maybe we call that one sales manager.
Aha. Nice. Okay.
Done.
So everyone on the call has a task today. Make a new one.
Yes. So sort out your user roles. Well, not sort them out, but just make sure that they're doing what you want them to do, because that's what they're there for. And of course, this means that you don't have to be adding everybody manually to records as editors, and you can manage all of it at the role level, and then it's all just seamless. So another nice thing to show you, I love this. Yeah. So we can use those roles even when we get into the fields and forms area, for example. So what I'm going to do here, very quickly, is I'm going to add a new field onto our direct sales pipeline. Okay, I'm going to do it from the form.
Okay.
So I'm going to create a new currency field, rushing through here, because obviously this is just sort of an illustration. I'm going to call it profit, but just because I can, I'm going to make it calculated. Okay, so I'm going to say that our profit margin, not ours obviously, but a profit margin might be, I don't know, 20% of the value of the opportunity.
Okay,
Neat little calculated field right there. Do you see how I slipped that in?
Yeah.
So here's my calculation. Okay.
Oh, you're the best.
So I can save that. And then just as I would with any other field, I'm just going to drag it onto my form. Okay? Fabulous. So far, so great. Yeah, custom field created. It's a currency field or a number, so I can make it calculated. Wonderful. Okay. But maybe I don't want this profit amount to be seen by everybody.
Right. Nobody almost, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe like the salesperson, the sales manager, but not any of those other 4 roles, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So what I get to do, let me just publish that field very quickly. There we go. So I get to work with what are called field permissions. I can do that at the individual field level, but this is the easiest way to show you. Yeah. So here's my brand new profit field.
Okay.
And this is my standard user role.
Gotcha.
Let's have a look at our salesperson role. Okay. Let's say maybe that they get to see it read only. Yeah. Let's save that one. And let's go back to our standard user because you're set on that one. Okay. maybe that role, they don't even see that that field exists.
Ooh.
So let's save that one. Okay, so I'm just going to publish that. And here's me, I'm based on the admin role.
Okay.
So I just need to do a refresh because I'm logged in. So, and you can be doing a refresh because you're logged in. So I'm here in my direct sales pipeline. I can open up an opportunity. There's my profit field. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So it's calculated. So I'll just do an update. There we go. So that's our forecasted profit on this particular deal.
And you could see it.
Yeah,
No
I
problem.
can see it and I can change it and all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Todd?
Well, let's see here. Let's see what you got for me. Okay. Okay. So hopefully you can see my screen, and now I'll click on this same deal I went back to, Bruin North America. Wait, it's not there. Did I do something wrong?
No, absolutely not. That's the role-based permissions set on that field.
So as my role, even I have the role, I'm not the owner, but I have the role to see it, but even I don't have it grayed out, like I can't click on it. I don't even get to look at it.
You don't even know that it's there.
Yeah, but I'm sure I could just search on it and report on it and see it like sneaky way, right? What?
Nope.
Wait a minute.
There's no sneaky around.
We figured that out. Okay, good.
Yeah,
remember
definitely.
the old days. Remember? Okay.
So yeah, so that's the cherry on the icing on the cake.
Wow.
The fact that you can actually even, so you've got your user roles all set up, you know what they're seeing, you know what they can change on, on records. But then there's just, I don't know, one or two fields that you don't want people to be able to see, or you don't want people to be able to change.
Yeah, well, that's also, maybe another one is like just thinking out loud here is like, that's in sales, a lot of times, a lot of your money is at risk, right? Straight commission or part of some kind of salary plus commission portion, right? But a lot of times I kind of want to know, based upon like different deals, I may make different percentage commissions. I think this is very common in sales, right?
Yep.
And so maybe I want to create that calculated field that maybe shows my commission amount, right?
Yeah.
But like every time, like we talk commissions, like with the sales operations team, they get a little upset because maybe they don't make commission.
Yeah. So
just saying out loud, it may happen, right?
Yep.
And so this would be a way that, like, even if I'm sharing the record with someone, I can maybe see the how much money I'm making on it, even run reports, or even I guess do kind of automation off of it, right?
Yep. Or look at your target.
Yeah, and even be part of the target, but then they're part of the target. Okay. But they wouldn't be able to see it at all because really it's not important.
Not applicable to them. Absolutely.
So back to reducing the noise and creating that security for the company, but also for the individual salesperson.
Yeah.
You've got it all sorted, Liz. I like that. Perfect. All right. Well, I'm going to stop sharing here real quick and let you take back over for a second.
Lovely.
Wow, this has just been fantastic. And once again, what does someone do, like, if just to kind of refresh, like they're in the app and they're like in the admin area and they're like, how do I do that cool calculated field that Liz talked about? Like, where do they go? Like, what's the best way to get help? Because you said there's so many articles. How does someone like go to the help screen right from here?
Just from here. Yeah. Go straight to knowledge base or click here. That's going to take you through.
Oh, and it's intuitive.
Yeah.
So it's right there on fields and forms, or you can search and go to the calculated area.
For specifics, for example.
And I do like all your articles and all the pictures. Thank you. I hear a lot of good news about that, everyone. So that's important. So.
I remember the chat. Yeah, that you can click on, take you straight through. If you can't work it out, not a problem at all. You can just get straight onto the chat, and one of our team will be in touch.
Oh, fantastic. Now, Liz, transitioning out a little bit. We were talking the other day, right? A real life example, and I was like, you know what? These kind of manual processes that we can set up in Automatizer are fantastic, right? I really like them, right? But I was like, when you start getting some companies that have so many, it's almost like, how can you really help identify them and sort them? And so we were talking about, is there a way to maybe put an icon or a logo next to that manual process to really make it pop? Can you show us how to do that?
I can, and I have to credit one of our friends, Luke, from one of our customers here.
Oh, Luke, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, thanks to Luke, because he was the first one to discover this. So it's like the conversation was very funny indeed. But yeah, must credit him.
Yeah, good.
So what you can do is, so I'm going to edit the name here.
Okay.
Okay. And then, because I'm on a PC, I can, Todd.
Okay.
Windows button and the period symbol. Yeah, full stop, as we'd call it in the UK. And you get to type, basically you get to choose, put an icon straight into the name.
So put one in there. Let's see it. Come on.
Let's go for the Ninja Cat.
Okay. Do you want to make yourself the process owner there too, or what do you think?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay, because we can see it on your screen maybe. Now this was a lead one, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, look at that. So it says it right here, lead
Yeah,
alert with a little.
Right
Okay. Not that everyone's going to use cats, but
people might use cats.
Okay.
They might. Absolutely.
Or maybe it's even using like a webhook to send a message out to another application, and maybe you want to do that little logo that would have it there, just as an idea. Nice. And so, what does this look like? So, obviously, this is the kind of writing the process. What does it look like if you're in the record and you go to kind of trigger that process? Then
let me put it on here, and then I can show you again really easily.
I'll do another quick one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this one's manual.
With the dog. Okay. Okay.
Good. No. Yeah, it's dog person, cat person. Oh,
yeah.
No,
Okay.
Okay. So let's go here. And then we want to go to.
And for people listening right now, I got to tell you, if you haven't tried creating a manual process yet, do it today. Do yourself a favor. Do it today. I was a little timid myself, I must admit, Liz. And I did it. And now I have like 20 of them. It's great. I mean, I click it, it automatically sends my email out, it schedules me a call on everything I get assigned to me. It's just so special to make it do it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You have the little icon. So that's our special tip for the day.
Our fun fact.
Our fun facts, of course, Liz. So, well, thank you, Liz. This has been such a treat. Thank you for sharing and really deep diving into the user roles and permissions and security. You do a fabulous job. It's so fun to be part of it with you every week.
Thank you.
So, okay, well, great. I think we're actually going to do a couple more of these on each week. So stay tuned for the next one, and we'll send out some emails and everything like that. But thank you everybody for joining today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks everyone.
All right, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Todd.
Bye, Liz.
Bye.